Good evening, friends. I am at CSR Leadership Summit, where I happen to meet lot many thought leaders, lot many panelists, academicians, from people who are working in the field of CSR from a long time. This is Shruti, and today I have with me one of such speaker, panelist, and a person who is working in the field of CSR from a long time. Now, this person is MBA in Finance and a gold medalist, also holds a PhD. He is currently Director of Institutional Effectiveness, Quality Assurance at University of Jazeera, Dubai, UAE. And he has travelled specially for this summit to Mumbai all the way from Dubai. He is none other than Dr. Rana Singh. Welcome, Dr. Rana Singh.
Thank you very much.
How is Mumbai treating?
Wonderful. It's been a great time being here.
So I can see that you are having a great time at CSR Summit and you're running around and organizing the whole thing. So what makes you so passionate about CSR?
Well, CSR is one of the opportunity in a country like India which can transform the nation to newer heights and manage the inequalities which have been really coming in between the growth trajectory of the nation. So it's been indeed a pleasure, privilege and honor to be coordinating with the various stakeholders in the CSR domain to provide them a catalytic boost so that we can bridge the inequalities between the different stakeholders of the Indian economy and to make the society an inclusive society with a sustainable long-term growth in the long run.
That's definitely a noble cause, and I've also got to know that you are co-founder for India CSR. Would you like to tell us something about India CSR?
Sure. India CSR has been doing a pioneering work in terms of providing a technology-enabled platform to ensure catalytic boost in the process of CSR planning, CSR strategic development, and CSR implementation. We have been working with various stakeholders to enable them to create world-class content, to do strategic planning, implementation, and control of world-class standards. And we have been organizing series of events in India and helping the stakeholders to achieve the desired and envisioned goals and objectives of the CSR domain, and also to ensure that they are able to comply with the national prerequisites in terms of the CSR Act, as well as to match international prerequisites in terms of the various standards by international bodies.
So, since how long are you associated with this field of CSR?
Well, for the last 8 years, we have been actively working in this area in public domain by enabling this portal in the name of indiacsr.in. However, this field has been close to my heart because I come from a village background and I have seen the divide between the rich and poor people. And there has been a lot of inspiration from the incumbent Prime Minister, Honorable Shri Narendra Modi, and his team of dynamic ministers who are really working towards transforming the nation by working at the grassroots level to make sure that India is now a developed economy wherein the development is visible down at the grassroots level. The poorest people in the economy should be able to achieve and receive all the government facilities, rights, and all other dimensions. And I really get inspired by many of the Indian leaders, thought leaders, as well as academicians, politicians, and bureaucrats who have been sincerely working towards transforming the life of Indian people at the grassroots level.
So, Mr. Rana, in 8 years, in this course of 8 years, have you seen some sort of transformation happening in this whole area? How was the situation back 8 years back and how it is now?
Well, it's a brilliant question. The economy is now witnessing a paradigm shift in the CSR domain. The first major shift was a change in the legislation which made CSR a mandatory provision in the Indian Constitution, which is a milestone event in the Indian history of Indian Constitution. Now, by ensuring that the corporates are compulsorily required to contribute a stipulated percentage of their profits, now the corporates have now been focusing at ensuring that the amounts are being not just contributed, but they are being spent in a meaningful way so that it can bring about the desired impact on the life of people and in the process of transforming the society. Well, there has been a lot of change in the past few years and we still have miles to go in this domain area. But what we really see it as a commendable achievement is that all the board meetings are now talking about CSR and CSR audit reports, and even the government has been very, very vigilant and being very, very enforcing in the process of implementation of the CSR amended acts and provisions of the Companies Act. So there's been a paradigm shift. However, there is still miles to go.
What challenges do you see in this area?
The challenges in this area are phenomenal, and we still need to go a long way again in terms of the clarifications of the various provisions of the Act and the regulations as to what will be considered as CSR and what will not be considered as CSR. So there are still a lot of reading between the lines and a lot of specifications which will be coming, and I'm sure the government is working towards enforcing a strong mechanism which can really look forward that the corporates are doing their best and ensuring that the funds optimally allocated for the cause of CSR is being utilized in the best possible way to transform the life of the people in the society, and making sure that it is actually bringing an impact to the life of people. So ultimately now the government is looking towards an outcome-based approach of all the expenses being made in the CSR domain.
And you're based out of Dubai, right?
Sure.
So how do you manage your whole CSR related activities from Dubai to India? Isn't it challenging?
Well, thank you very much for asking whether it's challenging. In fact, in English, a brilliant line says, where there's a will, there is a way. And we are in a technology-enabled economy, having WhatsApp and Skype and telephone. So I don't see any challenge. Geographical boundaries are no more a challenge in life. If one is willing to transform the world, one can do it, not just India. Thank you.
Very well said. And do you plan to take this CSR initiative, Indian CSR initiative, to the global level in some way?
Well, my first agenda is to make sure that CSR as a domain really is able to take India to greater heights in making the society truly an inclusive society, wherein the divide between the rich and the poor reaches an optimal level to ensure at the initial level. However, at the global level, the work is going on, and I'm sure once we reach to a height which is admirably high and a source of inspiration for rest of the world, we would be more than happy and glad to reach to rest of the world to become a role model and a benchmark for all other countries to follow.
That's a very noble thought. So thank you, Mr. Rana. It was great interviewing you. You threw light on major challenges, what is happening, and your vision that you want to take India to that level wherein everybody should emulate India.
Sure.
As one of the benchmarks.
Thank
so
you very
I
much.
wish you good luck.
Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. This is Shruti signing off, and I'll see you soon. Bye.